Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I figured we could do a first impressions review of a LoveShackFancy dress. So to give you guys some insight into this one, I got this dress last year about this time out of my Nordstrom trunk club, and I have never worn it. The tags are still attached. It has never debuted in the great big world. It has been sitting in my closet. That is partially because last year I went through this phase where I literally wore like barely any prints. I wanted very neutral colors, whites, basically solid white is all I wore last summer. So this little girl has just been sitting lonely in my closet. I dragged her out because I initially had it for sale on Poshmark because I figured, well, if I'm not wearing it, somebody should love it. And then I thought, why am I not wearing this dress? So if you guys are new to my channel, I've been in the process of flipping all synthetics out of my closet in favor of natural fibers. However, this is the year I've decided I am done with fast fashion. What I want to start doing is investing my money into higher quality brands. I'm not necessarily impressed by the label. I'm impressed with the ethos behind the brand. I want to see sustainable practices. I especially want to see ethical payment of their workers. Just, like small batches of clothing being made. That is very, very important to me. So after doing some research, I found that LoveShackFancy actually does fall into those categories, which I was really, really excited about. So thus, I decided to keep the dress, enjoy it for what it is, because it was very expensive. It was a big investment for me to make, even though I bought it on sale. But I thought, because it is a first impressions for me, this is the first time I really spent some time with it, getting to know it, wearing it. I thought it would be fun to do a little first impressions / review on this dress. This dress, because it is from last year, I doubt it is available, but I will list some similar options for you down below, as well as some viable dupes for LoveShackFancy from other brands that I think are great if you just cannot afford LoveShackFancy right now, or if you just do not like spending this kind of money on one piece of clothing. Okay, so the dress we are talking about is the lemonade stand dress. Now, when I saw this, I fell in love with it last year, even though I ended up not wearing it. But at the time, I really fell in love with it just because, to me, it epitomizes this beautiful, feminine, slightly girly, just very soft look, which I'm into now, especially when we start warming up. I love these soft pastel colors. I love intricate details on a dress, and this one definitely fits into all of those categories. So this LoveShackFancy dress is 100% cotton. I mean, it is absolutely stunning. It is detailed beyond imagination. I have never seen a dress like this with this attention to detail. So you have this beautiful Shiftly embroidery, which you do not see every single day. And then what's most impressive about this dress is the fact that the print you see, this gorgeous pastel-y, lemonade-inspired floral print, is actually done by block printing. So block printing is when you literally have like a block of wood, and then in this case, you have a stamp of a floral design, and then a person hand stamps every single one of these flowers onto this dress. It is extremely laborious. It's a very slow process. It's a technique that very few people can do really, really well. So as I researched into this dress, I found out that LoveShackFancy loves to partner with artisans in small villages in India. These are people that have been doing this technique generation after generation after generation. This is such an amazing skill set that's been handed down through the generations. Really impressed by it. I mean, you guys, the fact that somebody hand printed this dress is phenomenally amazing to me. The intricacy of the floral prints, the fact that they are just like in beautiful proportion to each other, they're beautifully spaced out. I mean, you can tell someone just wasn't like methodically and mechanically printing this dress with that block of wood. It was a very thoughtful process, and I can absolutely appreciate the amazing craftsmanship that went into creating this dress. Now, as I said, it is 100% cotton. It is a maxi length, and that detail work continues in the most beautiful way. I mean, literally no detail was left to spare on this dress. You have this gorgeous lace at the hem, so delicate. As I understand it, a lot of LoveShackFancy's lace and embroidery is inspired by that from the Victorian age, and that definitely shines through on this dress. You have this gorgeous cap sleeve, and that Shifley embroidery continues on the sleeve, under the armpit, along the V-neck bodice, and then you have this design work, this detail work that kind of comes to a point from the waist up to the bottom of the bust line. Gorgeous. In the back, all that Shifley embroidery continues. You've got this lace detailing that runs vertically in panels down the length of the dress. The embroidery is on the side of the dress in panels. And what I really appreciate is the fact that that print, hopefully you can see on camera, if not, I'll insert a close-up, but it varies. Panel to panel, that floral print is different. So it's like a repeating pattern. Really, really gorgeous. This dress does come with a slip that is also 100% cotton, extremely delicate. Between the dress and the slip, this is probably the most delicate cotton I have ever had my hands on. And as somebody who has been flipping synthetics out of my closet in favor of natural fibers, I'm used to delicate cottons, I'm used to linens, I'm used to silks. This is like an entire other level of cotton. It is gorgeous. It is literally like otherworldly. Beautiful, just like a plain full-length slip. Gorgeous underneath, extremely ethereal. Honestly, it's see-through to the point where you could probably get away with wearing this as like a swimsuit cover-up, or if you are bold enough to embrace like the barely there trend that's going on, you could wear it out as a dress with proper nude undergarments underneath. It does have spaghetti straps, obviously, and those straps are adjustable, and the little, the hardware on the straps is metal. It's not plastic. Now, the fit of this dress, which I'm just going to assume is typical of LoveShackFancy dresses, is true to size, if not slightly small. So I got my normal size 4, and it fits me really well. However, if you are blessed up top, you probably are going to want to size up at least 1 for a LoveShackFancy top or a dress, unless it's designated as being something like oversized, then I think you would be okay. But for their normal clothing, just based on my experience with this dress, I am a 34C, but a very small C. And this is definitely like, it's fitted in the bodice. If I were any bigger up top, I could not get this side zipper to zip up. So just keep that in mind as you are looking at LoveShackFancy dresses. The price tag on this dress at retail was $695, which, to put it into perspective, my first mortgage was $400. So that to me is crazy. However, when I purchased this dress, it was on sale, and then I had built up some credits via Trunk Club. So I think out of pocket, I paid $150 for this $695 dress, which I'm very happy about. But obviously the price, the retail price of a LoveShackFancy piece of clothing, if you buy it at full retail price, is definitely what I would consider a con. I mean, obviously these are investment pieces, at least for me, with what I would say is a normal household economy. I don't go around buying $700 dresses every day of the week. They certainly do not fill up my closet. This was a very special treat for me to be able to get. And to be honest with you, as impressed as I am with the dress, with the craftsmanship, the detail, I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. I can't say that I would ever be willing to pay $695 for a dress that's just me. To me, that's a little bit crazy. So I would recommend, if you are looking to take a toe dip into the world of LoveShackFancy, it's definitely worth it. But I would say it's more worth it if you can get something on sale, or certainly if you can find it on a thrifting site like The Real Real or Poshmark. The other con I would definitely say about this dress is, again, the delicate nature of it. And I suspect all of LoveShackFancy's 100% cotton garments are of the same ilk. It's just, like I said, otherworldly cotton. It's very thin. It's extremely delicate. In fact, this dress, you can't even dry clean it. It literally is like hand wash only. And if I were hand washing this, I would want to do it myself. I'd do it very, very carefully, because the other situation that you can run into with a block print is if it's not cared for properly, that block print can fade. So obviously that is something I really want to avoid, because since I decided to keep this dress, it is an investment piece. I want to be able to wear it for as long as possible to just get the most out of it. So that'll do it for my first impressions / review of a LoveShackFancy dress. And one thing I want to say in closing is, please do not ever watch a video like this or any other video talking about higher end brands and then start to feel like you can't compete, or like your wardrobe suddenly isn't good enough, or you need to spend X amount of dollars and buy dress after dress after dress like this in order to feel good about yourself. I can tell you honestly, and I'm going to be very transparent with you on my own personal journey when it comes to adding higher end products to my closet, I have to budget for things like this. Even if a dress is $200, I have to be very conscientious about saving for it, budgeting for it, making sure it makes sense. I'm not in a position where I can just plunk down $200, 5 days a week for a dress. That's just the reality. So what I don't want to have happen is, as I'm starting to add higher end things to my collection, that it starts to have a negative impact on the people watching it. Because I know, if I'm being honest, that happens to me. Like, sometimes I'll watch my favorite YouTubers or a new Instagrammer and think like, oh my gosh, their wardrobe is way up here and like mine's down here. And then I start to just feel bad about myself. And so I start to look at my own wardrobe and think, oh, if only I had 15,000 of these dresses, then I could compete and feel really, really confident and good about myself. And that is a slippery slope. I don't want anybody to feel that way who's watching my videos. So you have my promise that anytime you see me talking about a higher end garment, I want to be transparent with you on how I got it. I can guarantee you it was on sale, or I bought it off of The Real Real or Poshmark. But in any event, thank you guys so much for spending your time with me today. I hope you're having a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.